Close to the thunder of Niagara Falls, there's wine country, maple everything, and Niagara-on-the-Lake charm. You would think they're doing a whiskey tasting or something.
Now we're fabulous.
Where shall we go on this 44-bound journey? Ontario's skies were getting heavier, and Niagara Falls was starting to feel like a place to step away from, at least long enough to get lunch. You never heard anybody say, oh, I could really just go for some Canadian food for dinner. But in Ontario, at a place called the Flying Saucer, I had to see what was on the menu. I mean, it's crowded, it is full. There are a lot of people. That's a good sign. Seems like locals and visitors alike. So I'm gonna get the Poutine, not Poutine, Poutine. And server told me that Poutine is the correct way to say it. After lunch, the road started trading waterfalls for vineyards. This stretch through Virgil leads into Ontario wine country, a landscape of farms, vines, and cool climate grapes like Riesling, Chardonnay, and Cabernet Franc, before arriving in historic Niagara-on-the-Lake.
Right? This town is pretty cool.
Niagara-on-the-Lake is a beautiful town, eclectic and classy with various shops, art galleries, that sort of thing. Niagara-on-the-Lake has that polished, historic small town feel. A place where you can find, among other things, butter tarts, a sweet Canadian classic with a gooey filling. And judging by all the Niagara Falls ponchos around town, plenty of visitors make this charming stop part of the same trip.
Can I have one cherry turnover and some plain butter tarts? About two. Do you have anything lemon? I'm gonna get a peanut butter chocolate caramel.
I got 2 butter tarts from the bakery, Niagara Home Bakery, I believe it's called. One traditional regular on the left, and on the right maple walnut. Not far from historic Niagara-on-the-Lake, Queens Royal Park looks across the Niagara River toward Youngstown, New York. It sits near the point where the river opens into Lake Ontario, a quiet little edge of town with shoreline paths, beaches, and the kind of view that feels especially made for sunset. There's this park, it goes all the way down to, I think there's like a golf course or a country club or something. From Queens Royal Park, the drive turns back through Niagara's quieter roads, toward Maple Leaf Place, a stop built around maple, souvenirs, and Canadian flavor. So at Maple Leaf Place in Niagara Falls, there's a whole lot of souvenirs and the like, but I guess one big draw is the maple syrup experience. They actually do some manufacturing or bottling refinement here, and something you've never seen before, or I've never seen before anyway. There was a maple syrup tasting. I mean, I did something similar to that in Vermont, but here they're all lined up. It was like, you know, if you didn't know any better, you would think they're doing a whiskey tasting or something. I know there are some differences to maple syrup, especially kind of like when it was harvested, early season, mid-season, late, that sort of thing, but definitely got it going on here. I mean, after all, maple leaf is on the Canadian flag, so you know that's important to them, big part of the culture. Do you guys have an online store? Just because it probably couldn't take anything on the plane, you know?
Yeah, that's fair.
So, okay. Alright, maple syrup experience. Let's see.
Yep.
Awesome, thank you. Maple Leaf Place made for one last maple flavored stop before the day wound down. But somehow Niagara-on-the-Lake still felt most complete back near the water. Thanks so much for coming along to Niagara Falls and Niagara-on-the-Lake. Until next time, stay grounded, stay grateful, and go everywhere. It is still raining.